right, bring it up.
Right, so this Bible is dedicated to one of those nations. You go to church, you said you went to church. In church they say it's for everybody, right? But that's not true. Well, listen to this. Come on.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1 and verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
Who he speak to?
All Israel.
So, you know who Moses is? So this is the book of Deuteronomy. He says, these are the words that Moses spake to Israel, right? Now, did he speak to everybody? No, he spoke to Israel, right? Come on, read on.
On this side Jordan, in the wilderness, in the plain over against the Red Sea.
Now go to 28, chapter 28. This is the same book, right? And Moses is speaking to who? To Israel, right? Now, the common sense would say, hey, who in the world is Israel? I would want to know who's God talking to, because he's talking to, even though it's 19 nations, he's talking to Israel. I would want to know, right? Read what you got.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 1. And it came to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
So he said, if you abide by the commandments that I give you, I'm going to sit you on high, right? Above all nations on the earth, right? Go to 15.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou shalt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord.
How you doing, sis? Hey, sis. You love God, sis? Sis.
I do.
Hey, look, I got a word from you from the Most High God. Give me a couple seconds.
I gotta go to work.
You gotta go to, it's the Sabbath day, sister. Yeah, and people that love God don't work on the Sabbath. Come on, hold on, bro. Come here. I ain't finished with you. Because it's our men that we need to get control of, right? Our men is the leader of our communities, and we're not leading our communities correctly. Listen.
But it shall come to pass, if thou shalt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So he said, if you listen, you'll be above on high. And if you don't, you're going to be at the bottom, right? And remember, he's talking to who? He's talking to Israel, right? So let's see what some of these curses are, because we're not up on high, right? Right, read the next verse.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
He said, cursed shall you be in the city, right? Now, if you look around our city, right, look at the area that we standing in. We got trash, mass, food, garbage, bottles, all on the ground, right? Is the so-called white man living in this area?
Bring it out.
How about the Chinese man? Is he living in this area?
Bring it out.
What about the Arab man? Is he living in this area? Who's living in this area?
Come on over. You got it.
Who? Black folks, right? Hey, the Most High called those black folks that's gonna be cursed in the city, Israel. Keep reading.
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
And cursed shall you be in the field. Look at this, bro. I'm gonna show you some people cursed in the field.
Bring it out.
Right? Look at this right here. You see this? What is that right there? No. Look, the area. Look right here. What is that? That's the cotton field, right? Who's out that cotton field? Hey, look, do you call us in the cotton field blessed or cursed? Cursed, right? He called those people that was gonna be cursed in the field Israel, right? Just like we was cursed back then, we cursed today. You the last one that they gonna give a job, but you the first one they gonna kick out the door.
Right.
Our people is still cursed. Read 46. These curses are on us today. On Israel today. Come on.
Verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign.
He said these curses, we talking about curses, they gonna be what?
Upon thee for a sign and for a wonder.
What does a sign do? It's tell you what's happening, where you are. You know what I'm saying? We know we on Hancock Street because of that sign.
Right.
We know who Israel is because of this sign. They're cursed in the city, they're cursed in the field. Read on.
That's right.
And upon thy seed forever.
And upon that seed forever. Meaning that curse ain't going nowhere. So even though this book was written thousands of years ago, these curses are valid today. You understand that? So this is how we identify Israel today. Come on.
Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart.
What was our problem? We didn't do what? Read it again for him.
Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart.
What did he say? We didn't serve with joyfulness and gladness of heart. And I ain't get your name. What's your name, brother? William? I'm Sarak. Nice to meet you, brother. So listen, come on, keep reading.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
So he says, since we didn't serve him with joyfulness and gladness, we're going to serve our enemies. Let me ask you, did you know that we had enemies?
Bring it out.
Did you know that? Who is our enemies?
The white man.
All praises. Hey, say it on the mic. Say it on the mic.
The white man.
Okay, hey, all praises, you ain't scared, brother. Hey, so look, you can't go around calling yourself American. That is not your nationality. You are a child of Israel. You are an Israelite.
That's
from the tribe of Judah. The same tribe Christ came from. Give me that in Hebrews 7:14. Listen to this, brother, because a lot of people don't know you got God blood running through your veins.
That's right.
You hear that, brother? You ain't just no ordinary person. You got the blood of God running through you right now. Read that.
Hebrews chapter 7 verse 14. For it is evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah.
Who is our Lord? Christ. Christ is our Lord, right? So it said what?
It is evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah.
Out of Judah. Out of the tribe of Judah, brother. That's what the so-called African Americans, Negroes, blacks. If Christ was here right here today, the white man would be like, look at that nigga. That's a nigga. Right? He died a black man's death, didn't he? Didn't he? He got hung up on a tree. That's our people.
Break it out.
Right? You can't call yourself no American, brother. It's time we take our heritage back. You understand that? Go back to Deuteronomy and go back to Numbers. Go back to Numbers. The way that we do that is to keep the laws of God. You love God, right? Yeah. Hold Numbers and go to John, 1 John 5 and 3. Because everybody say, or John 14 and 15. Because everybody say they love God until it's time to show. How do you show you love God? Can you give God a hug? You can't hug him or nothing, right? So you show him you love him by worshiping him, right? So this guy, he tells us how to love him. Come on.
Book of John, chapter 14, verse 15.
Read.
If ye love me, keep my commandments.
Christ said what?
If ye love me, keep my commandments.
He said the way that you show him that you love him is to keep his commandments. Now go back to Numbers. Read that.
Book of Numbers, chapter 15, verse 38.
This is the commandments.
Speak unto the children of Israel.
That's you. Come on.
And bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments.
So a simple thing to do is to put fringes in the borders of your garment. You know, some people may not have a lot of money to do that, but we have things called like poor man fringes, right? Until you able to buy, you know what I'm saying? But you can make fringes in your clothes yourself. That's an easy thing to do. But listen, come on.
In the border of their garments throughout their generations.
Now what does throughout their generations mean? Hey, as long as we generating, it's still supposed to be going down today. But see, the church tell us, oh, don't worry about the Old Testament. They keeping us in sin. You know what I'm saying? They say they love God, but they say damn God's commandments. And he said this is a generational thing, forever. We got to get back to his laws. That's how we show God we love him.
That's right.
And that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue. And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord.
See that? It's not just a fashion statement. You know, a lot of people see us with these on, they be like, oh, that's different. I like that. I like your fly. I like your style. You know what I'm saying? But it's not just for fashion. They're on us so we can remember the rest of God's laws.
Right.
Because if you look at, I know if you're a man like me, you know, I love beautiful women, right? And our women be out here dressing very immodest. I'll put it like that. Showing off all their goods, right? And I can't be committing fornication. God says marriage is honorable. I remember those things when I got my fringes on, right? Come on.
And do them, and that ye seek not after your own heart and your own eyes, after which ye used to go whoring.
All right. Now give me Deuteronomy 10 and 12. How you doing, sis? How you doing? What's your name, sis?
Anna.
Who? Anna. Anna, I'm Sarat. I'm Sarat.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, sis. So we over here talking about nationality, right? Okay, so get the scripture.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10 and verse 12. And now Israel, what doth the Lord thy God require of thee? But to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, and to love him.
And what else?
To love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul. To keep the commandments of the Lord and his statutes which I command thee this day for thy good.
So he told you once again, if you love me, you keep these commandments. They for your good, right? So brother, that's one of the things you got to be doing. Go to Leviticus 21 and verse 5. I'll show you another commandment. Because I want you to walk away knowledgeable in the proper way to love the Most High. Okay? We can't do whatever we want to. Come on.
Leviticus chapter 21 and verse 5. They shall not make baldness upon their head, neither shall they shave off the corner of their beard.
You hear that? Now I see you got some hair. You ain't shaving off that head, but what's that last part again?
Neither shall they shave off the corner of their beard.
Now I'm looking at you and I see you got a little goatee right here. You can't grow nothing? You can't grow nothing, so you not shaving that out?
No.
Oh, bruh, I can see that.
Yeah, it's just a little bit right there.
That's right. You supposed to keep that. You supposed to keep that. Look, if I could, I'd be trying to hide these little cowlicks I got in my head. But the Most High said don't do that. So you can't be, just because you want to look beautiful for the women, you can't just go around cutting that thing so you look all spectacular. The Most High said don't do that. You understand what I'm saying, brother? Don't do that. Because you got to think, what's more important? Me looking good for somebody or me looking good for the Most High God?
That's right.
That should be, that should.
Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models.